today we're gonna be making rock candy.
Woo!
Okay, so sugar is sucrose. A sucrose molecule is composed of 12 atoms of carbon, 22 atoms of hydrogen, and 11 atoms of oxygen. Sugar is a carbohydrate. It is found naturally, especially in sugarcane and sugar beets. Sucrose is actually two simpler sugars which are stuck together. Sucrose, it's fructose and glucose. In recipes, a little bit of lime juice will cause these two components to break apart. So if you look closely at dry sugar, you can see the cube-like shapes. So here is table sugar crystals magnified to 100 times. And this is the rock candy crystals. So you can see it's the same structure, it's just these are stuck together.
Okay, for our rock candy experiment, we need food coloring to show the color, vanilla extract for the flavor, or lemon extract, a cup, 2 cups, a measuring cup, sugar, water, a pencil, stapler, paper clips, string for the paper clips, and a spatula. Also need a pot and a stove.
Ta-da! Okay, so safety. First, you need closed-toe shoes.
Yeah.
You need some sleeves just in case the hot candy burns you. And you need to wash your hands, of course. And use soap. Please do use soap. And keep your and keep your area clean and make sure there's no spills on the floor because you might slip and the candy is hot and it'll burn. So first you need a cup of water. So it's easier if you use a measuring cup. So fill it up till it says 1 cup. And put this in the pan. Now, you can use 2 measuring cups, but right now I only have 1. So you need to dry it so the sugar doesn't get stuck in there. So you dry it off really well. And you put 3 cups of sugar. So this cup only goes up to 2. So you might want to fill it up again and put a cup.
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?
Taking a while.
Hey, that it's all for the best, 'cause it is.
Okay, so we have 2 cups. We need 1 more. So pour it in and fill up with the last cup.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Okay, perfect. 1 cup.
Sort of like
Now,
lighter.
so now we start to boil it. So don't cook it for too long. If not, it will make the sugar turn into caramel. And we don't want that. Make sure the sugar chunks melt completely. And it's easier if you use one of these. So you just keep stirring it until all the chunks melt out. So at this point you might want to add some flavoring and some food color. Today we're making lemon flavored rock candy. And it depends how much flavoring you want. I kind of put a lot. Okay. Yeah, that's why you wanted them long sleeve. And then food coloring.
So it doesn't really matter how many drops, does it?
It doesn't really matter, but it just depends how much, like how yellow you want it. We're using yellow. Depends how bright you want it.
Okay.
So this has like about 8 drops. I want to put more. 9, 10. Okay. And as I mentioned before, I like putting a lot of flavoring. Let's stir it well.
Okay, so
This is how it should look approximately 15 minutes later when it's below room temperature.
the next step into preparing for the rock candy is making the string. So you just tie the string to the paper clip and just tie it, and it should look like this.
Okay, so now you have to tie it into a pencil or a stick about medium length so that make sure it doesn't touch the bottom of the glass or the sides. You don't want that. So it needs to be about up to here. Okay, so now you can pour your solution, your little, into a cup. And what you also want to do is put some on the side so you can soak your string in there. Soaking the string in will provide the surface on which the crystals will grow. As water evaporates from the string, small crystals of sugar will encrust in the string. So these tiny crystals provide starting points for larger crystals. So the future growth will be concentrated around these points. So then you can soak it and leave it to dry for a little bit. And if you want to make 2. Okay, also what you want to do is add a little sugar. Oops, it's not a little. Here. To help the crystals grow around here. Just sprinkle a little. And then you can now put it in here. The paper clip will help it go down to the bottom. Okay, so now that you placed the string in there and you make sure it's not touching the sides or the bottom, you set it aside for about a week and you check on your crystals, but do not touch them. It's very tempting, but do not touch them. If nothing begins to grow within 3 days, recook the solution, or maybe you just have to start over if you cooked it for too long.
After 3 days, your rock candy should start looking like this a little bit. Like it should have the little crystals. And if it doesn't look like that, you're probably doing it wrong.
So there's some liquid inside, so it's not completely hard.
This experiment has to do with solutions and dissolutions. Water is a natural solvent, so many substances can dissolve, and sugar is a good example because it contains a lot of polar hydroxide groups, which causes it to dissolve in water easily. All substances can dissolve at a natural point. At that point, solution becomes more saturated. If you add any more sugar, the water will become solid because there's no more room for it to dissolve. When sugar and water are heated, we increase the saturation capacity, so more sugar can dissolve. Why? Because heat causes molecules to move apart and have more energy. So the sugar molecules can dissolve in hot water better than cold water.